Sunday Reid is a firecracker. She's a woman unlike any other. She's instinctive, a free spirit.
Okay, ready?
5 seconds before the performance.
Places, everybody.
Welcome to Theatre First with Alex First.
Although she has some mental health issues, Sunday doesn't hold back. She says what she thinks and feels. Married to John, he surprises her when, on a whim, he purchases a farm in Heidelberg in the mid-1930s. She's far from certain about the move, but the pair proceeds to make a go of it. And then into their lives steps promising but struggling artist Sydney Nolan. With a fine eye for detail, Sunday nurtures his natural skill. She paints herself, pun intended, as his muse and more, as the three form a less than conventional relationship. But trouble is in the wind. Writer Anthony Way has taken a kernel of truth and used his fertile imagination to create a masterful and compelling work. So it is that Nikki Shields brings to life arts patron Sunday Reid in this world premiere theatrical fantasy inspired by the stories and myths surrounding Sunday and John. The pair founded Heide Museum of Modern Art and nurtured a circle of artists including Sydney Nolan, Albert Tucker and Joy Hester. As is explained by Leslie Harding and Kendra Morgan in the double biography Modern Love, which explores the unconventional marriage of modernist pioneers the Reids, John and Sunday met in 1930. They shared a passion for art, literature, nature and innovation. According to the biographers, John came from an affluent grazing family in Tasmania, while Sunday was an heiress born into the Baillieu dynasty. Sunday the play takes us back to 1930, but also forward to the end of World War II and beyond, in showcasing the highs and lows of the interrelationship between the Reids and Nolan. He's called by his surname. Nikki Shields is extraordinary as Sunday. Hers is a rich, texturally dense characterisation that continues her bravura showings. She excelled in MTC's Girls and Boys and The Picture of Dorian Gray last year. Her ability to absorb complex texts and deliver heartfelt performances is nothing short of remarkable. It's a privilege to see her in action. Josh McConville delivers a layered showing as Nolan. As the latter gains confidence, he transitions his character from apologetic to assured. Matt Day presents John as understanding, tolerant and loving, a man who does all he can to satisfy Sunday's needs and his own. A monologue at the start of the second act is among the many highlights of the play. Ratidzo Mambo as Joy Hester, Sunday's friend and an accomplished artist in her own right, and Joshua Teague as her son Sweeney complete the onstage talent. Artist Albert Tucker is also referenced. Anthony Way brings heightened passion and drama to the bohemian lifestyle of the founding members of modern Australian art. Sunday is beautifully staged with dates and locations projected onto an oblong screen in the background and the walls of the set opening to reveal different rooms, and accordingly is responsible. The soundscape is also noteworthy, with Jethro Woodward, the composer and sound designer. Director Sarah Goods triumphs in the 2-hour 35-minute offering, excluding a 20-minute interval. Sunday is absorbing theatre, in which Nikki Shields is utterly captivating, drawing out raw emotion. My only gripe, and I freely admit it's a deeply personal one, is the amount of faux cigarette smoking that was part of this production. Sure, they were herbal cigarettes, but in 2023, even if you're replicating the 1930s, 40s and 50s, does MTC have to be so literal? Surely not. It's time for smoking on stage in whatever format to meet the same fate as the dodo bird. Why? Because the lit fags stink, as the frequent output of the smokers liberally wafts over the audience that has no choice but to inhale the same in the confines of an enclosed space. Not good enough. Not good enough by a long shot. Nevertheless, Sunday, which is so darn good, is playing at South Bank Theatre the Sumner in Melbourne until the 18th of February 2023.
You've been listening to Theatre First with Alex First. Available at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.